Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gabby and today I'm back with probably one of the most delicious perfume haul that I've done in a very long time. We've got in here, I believe, like 3, maybe 4 fragrances that are not necessarily that gourmand, but all of the other ones are pure sugar and goodness, and they're just absolutely delicious. And if you like gourmand fragrances, you must try them. Even if you don't like gourmand fragrances, like I said, I've got some in here that are not necessarily gourmands. They're either new releases or just amazing fragrances that you need to try. We are gonna have kind of mix, you know, like some more expensive fragrances, we're gonna have some affordable fragrances. But yeah, I'm totally in love with everything that I've got in here. Actually, I've got more fragrances, but some of them I got them in PR. I'm gonna be honest, I got them in PR and I'm still trying to work with them, you know. I'm still trying to understand what they wanted to achieve, because so far I'm not the biggest fan. Yeah, I'm not crazy about them. With the ones I've got in here, I definitely absolutely love them. So before we start, if you like this video, obviously don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and now let's jump in. Right, I'm gonna start with the ones that are not gourmand. Okay, actually the first one is quite unisex, new release from Jovoy. This one is Aqua Memorabilis. I don't think I've tested this one at Texans. I can't remember. I don't think it was available yet. They sent me a bottle. They actually, honestly, they spoiled me. They sent me a bottle of Insura as well, because I only got the 30ml and now they're releasing a 100ml as well. And my 30ml was almost empty. Fire at Will from Jovoy as well. I had a 15ml, completely used that one up. So they sent me another 2 15ml. But this one, it was kind of like a blind scent, because obviously I don't buy it, and I was like, you know what, I looked at the notes, it sounds interesting, I think I might like it. They sent me this one again, a 15ml. One of my co-workers just was like, I really like it, can I have the 15ml please? I was like, fine. This is summer goodness. It's definitely unisex. Let me tell you the notes. We have bitter orange, clementine, grapefruit, black pepper, clementine again, vetiver, sandalwood, and other notes. It's definitely unisex. You're getting that clementine, you're getting that grapefruit, and you're getting also in the background that vetiver with sandalwood. I believe it has some like kayak wood or something like that. It definitely has some like woodiness in the background, but then you're getting all of this like freshness. But it's not just fresh, it's citrusy, but it's like sweet, thick citrusy. Like that clementine, that grapefruit is, you know, it's not just lemon, it's not bergamot, it's not lime. They do have a texture, they do have a body. Definitely clementine is the most prominent note, along with the grapefruit, but obviously you have twice clementine. It's so beautiful. It's very classy as well. Like, I'm gonna wear it. If you can hear anything, I'm really sorry, but I have my window open because probably you can hear now. It's boiling hot. Like outside it's actually freezing cold, but in the room it's absolutely boiling hot. This is refreshing, aromatic, but again it has a sweetness, and it's perfectly unisex if you ask me. It's so good. It's honestly so good, and it's very, like I said, it feels like a classic fragrance. It feels like a fragrance that if you smell it like 10 years ago, you really like it. When you smell it now, you still really like it. When you're gonna smell it like 5 years from now, you're still gonna like it. It's not overly refreshing, it's not overly juicy, it's not overly woody. It has just the perfect balance. Really like it. Like genuinely really like it. I feel like my absolute favorite from the brand is still Remember Me. Like that cardamom milk, it's something else, okay? But I feel like I kind of prefer this one over Fire at Will, because Fire at Will is an amazing vanilla. It's such a sweet vanilla. But I do have so many vanillas that sometimes, you know, I have others, but I don't necessarily have something like this in my collection. Like I said, it's a bit masculine, but for me it's perfectly unisex. Like some people might argue, might say that it goes more into like a masculine territory. For me, it's exactly there. It's exactly in the middle. It's so good. And it has, again, it has a body. It's not just citruses. It has something going on. And I think it's the mixture between the vetiver and the sandalwood in the background. Amazing new release. It's very long lasting. My coworker is already wearing it and I could smell it. I was like, what is that? I was like, the one that you gave me. I was like, ah, fair enough. I forgot. Moving on. So, how should I say it? I've been watching YouTube for so many years, like all of you, okay? And someone that I used to really like, not used to because I still really like her, but I used to watch like constantly for fashion, beauty, everything, was Stephanie. Probably when I say Stephanie, you have no idea who I'm talking about. SMLX0. Probably all of you know who she is, okay? She released her fragrance line, which is called Ledda. And she messaged me right before I went on holiday. When I saw that she messaged me, I was just like, what's going on? And she asked me if I want to receive her fragrances, because now she's based in America, in the USA, but now she can ship internationally. And I was like, yes. Are you kidding me? Like, I've been following you and watching you for at least 10 years now. Her first release, I've got 2 full bottles, okay? I've got 2 travel sizes, but because they're coming in travel sizes as well, like 8 ml travel size. And then I got the Discovery Kit, which includes her newest release, which we need to talk about. But let's start with the first one, okay? Where is it? This one, 22 Oris. Now, when it comes to Oris, I received fragrances. I do have a few, but I'll not say that's a note that I really like. Like, that's not my go-to note. You know that very well. So I didn't really had high hopes for this one. I thought that this is gonna be my least favorite. Boy, I was wrong. This one is my favorite. It's such a sweet, feminine, super elegant Oris fragrance. Let me tell you the notes. You have pear leaf, and you're definitely getting almost like a fruitiness in the background. And that pear leaves make sense because it's not as juicy as a full-on pear, but it gives you a bit of pear for sure. Freesia, Orris, jasmine, lily of the valley, marshmallow, musk, sandalwood. It is powdery, but it's not overly powdery. I cannot stand when, like, Orris, I receive perfumes that are going like talc powder, like baby powder, like when it's too much, when it makes you sneeze. It's not that for sure. You're definitely getting some florals in there, those like white flowers, you're getting them. Marshmallow, you're getting a sweetness, and you're getting more like the texture, like the Oris, the marshmallow, the sandalwood, the musk. They make up for that texture, the like dustiness from the marshmallow. And then with all of that, you're getting that pear leaf. It's such a beautiful, let me spray it on my hand. It's such a beautiful, super feminine, signature scent worthy fragrance. Like, it's so well done. Not just this one, all of them. Where I smelled all of them, and all I could think about was, this compares, in my opinion, to Guerlain, but like the private collection from Guerlain. I can't remember the name of the collection, but you know how those fragrances are so French, are so but still modern, and just they just have something about it. They just evoke elegance, and all of her fragrances have the same vibe, have that Guerlain vibe. This is definitely my favorite. This is definitely my favorite. It's 99% my favorite, like Oris Iris type of fragrance. The next one, it's 18 Vanilla Nera. Now, this one is not your typical vanilla, it's not your sugary sweet vanilla, okay? This one, again, it has that guerrilla thing going on. And you know how expensive guerrilla is, like that private collection. This one has black pepper, resins, olibanum, cardamom, vanilla. It's definitely a spicy vanilla. It's definitely a very resinous, like, I'm surprised it doesn't have any benzoin. Maybe I didn't write it down. But I'm definitely getting the resins. The pepper, the pink pepper is not necessarily peppery. You can smell it, but it doesn't tingle your nose by any means. You're getting the olibanum, you're getting the cardamom. It's still sweet, but this one is definitely more like an elegant fall, winter type of vanilla. Like restaurant, black dress, that type of vanilla. It's not your sugary sweet. Again, nothing wrong with sugary sweet. I like both. But it's not your juvenile, it's not your fun vanilla. No, this is your sexy nighttime again. Like stiletto heels, that type of vanilla. It's such a beautiful vanilla. But again, I do have so many vanillas in my collection. I don't have that many Oris fragrances, and this one just took me by surprise. Like, the quality of these fragrances, I was not really expecting it, okay? I'm gonna be super honest, I was not expecting to be, I thought they're gonna be high quality, but I didn't think they're gonna be like this high quality, you know, like this is next level. And then from the discovery set, obviously we have the two, and then we have the newest one, which I might need to place an order for because it's incredible. 14 Isla Coco. You know me, I'm a sucker for coconut. Like, what can I say? This is exactly the type of freshy fragrance that I like. This one has mandarin, lemon, ylang ylang, jasmine, fig, coconut, tea. You're definitely getting the tea. But it's not too much tea. It's a very sweet tea. The fig is not necessarily green. I'm not really getting the fig. Like, I'm getting the creaminess, the milkiness, but not the greenness. Don't think it's green. You're getting the coconut, but it's mainly this like mandarin lemon with some tea, lots of coconut, and then a tiny bit of like floral touch. Obviously, it has ylang ylang and jasmine. It's such a... I want a full bottle. Like, this is my type. This is my type. I don't know, think... I was about to say Oolong Cha from Nishane, but that one has way too much tea. Even though I love that one as well. It is tea, but it's not too much. It's just the right amount. Like, I would not necessarily consider this one a tea fragrance. It's just a very well-balanced summer fragrance. It's good. It's good. I'm going to 2 more holidays, okay? And I kind of want that. Like, I kind of want that fragrance with me. But, oh, the Oris one. You know what? I've seen on Fragrantic, I believe, someone was comparing this one to the Ariana Grande God Is a Woman or REM. I can't remember. I kind of see that somehow, but it's definitely like the way more elevated, expensive version of that fragrance. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Honestly, congrats to her. She really did an amazing job. Like, obviously it's her brand, so from the bottle design, it gives me, I don't know, Celine, Chloe, you know, like, again, very chic, very minimalistic, but very feminine and chic and modern, and yeah, and the scents, that's super high quality. Moving on, these were the fragrances that are not necessarily gourmand. We're gonna go into the gourmand territory. If you don't like sticky sweet, exit this video, okay? That was it for you. But if you like sticky sweet, keep on watching. This fragrance, I saw the notes. It sounded good, and then I saw the master perfumer, which is Margot. Margot, it's at the moment, she's my favorite perfumer, okay? She created this one. She created Johnny. She created Happy Nuts from Born to Stand Out. when it comes to nutty gourmand fragrances, for me, she's the queen. Like, not everyone likes them because they are extremely realistic, extremely sweet. But I'm obsessed. So I saw the notes. I saw that she's a master perfumer. So I was the one who asked them if they want to work with me because I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't purchase it. As soon as I received my bottle, I smelled it. I received it actually at work. I smelled it. Everyone around me was like, what in the world is that? That's delicious. I was like, I know. And I got in contact with them, okay? And I told them that I kind of want to bring this fragrance to the UK because it's not available in the UK. And they said yes, so we have a shipment on the way. So this is going to be very, very soon available in the UK on my perfect scent. Like, I liked it that much. Literally, that evening, I got home. I spoke with my partner about it. He smelled it. He was like, yes, this is amazing. Like, people need to have access to this fragrance. So we placed an order. It's not the biggest order, okay, because obviously I don't know exactly how it's gonna work. But if you're interested in this one and you live in the UK, it's coming. Let me spray it. This one, first of all, the bottle, gorgeous. This is inspired by this little cake in here, this little dessert. This one is, oh, I just googled how to pronounce it. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna put the name of the dessert. I knew, like, I had lots of this in the past, but I never knew the name of it. How do you pronounce it? How do you call it? I completely forgot. Honestly, my memory is not the best recently. Anyway, let's talk about the notes. I didn't even tell you the name. This one is Mirage Gourmand. Notes, we have almond, powdery notes, pistachio, cake, hazelnut, tonka bean, vanilla. Like, it legit smells exactly like this little cake in here. Exactly. It's that gourmand, is that realistic. Some people, I saw that comparing it to Gianni. I can kind of say it, but Gianni definitely goes into like Tarte, okay? So if you like Gianni, again, they're not the same. They're not the same. But they have the same level of sweetness. They have the same level of like nuttiness. They have the same level of, I know, like being super realistic gourmands, you know? It's unbelievable good. And I believe it's extra du parfum is 25% concentration. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You want to bite it. It smells exactly like this. Do you understand me? It's a bit dusty. You can smell that crust. You can smell like that powder. It has a powderiness, this dessert. But it's almondy. It's cakey. It's not overly nutty. It's more like cakey. It's unbelievable good. You do not understand how good is this one. Literally everyone at work that day was obsessed, even though maybe they don't necessarily like gourmands, but they were just obsessed. Okay, so if you like Gianni, if you like Happy Nuts, if you like this level of sweetness, you're gonna love this one. If you don't like the ones I just mentioned, probably you're not gonna like this because it's extremely realistic and gourmand. But yeah, unbelievable good fragrance. Again, the same day I was like, I want to place an order, not just one bottle, you know what I mean, like for a store. Like I spent some money on it, but I was like, people must know about this fragrance because it's amazing. Anyway, moving on, because we talked about Gianni, we're gonna talk about it again because we do have another fragrance, a new release from Jousset, which is called La Tarte. Obviously, Gianni is inspired by Tarte, so I was like, I need to see what's the difference. We carry Jousset on the website. Obviously, I had to bring the newest one. Like, I was like, oh my god, that sounds incredible. It is. There are like two different versions of La Tarte, but it's as sweet as gourmand as Gianni. That's similar, but that's definitely not the same. I'm gonna compare two in a second. Jousset has brown sugar, salt, vanilla bean, apple, tonka bean, caramel, and vanilla. God, they're so good. I would say Johnny is definitely fluffier. And you can smell the sweetness everywhere. It's like everything is mixing, like that apple, that caramel, that vanilla, those like nuts. Is super, super sweet and super fluffy. La Tartata, the apple is definitely more prominent. And you're definitely getting way more caramel. It feels heavier, if that's even possible. And it almost feels like even more gourmand than Johnny, if that's even possible. When it comes to realistic, I thought that Johnny is like super, super realistic, which Johnny is super realistic. But I feel like La Tartata is even more realistic. La Tartata also almost has like a darkness in the background, especially when it dries down. So it just feels heavier, thicker. Where Johnny feels fluffy. It's still sweet, okay? It's still like, it still has a body, but it's a bit fluffy. Yeah, see already La Tartata starts to get a bit darker. So even though it's maybe a bit more gourmand than Johnny in the opening, I feel like in the dry down, they kind of, they're like the same, like realistic gourmand scent that you can find. They smell different. Again, they smell different. I'm starting to get the salt. Like it feels a bit salty. Like all of that sweetness is kind of cut a little bit with a tiny bit of salt. And it's heavier. It feels heavier. Where Johnny is still bright and fluffy and still super sweet and thick. But I love both of them. I cannot choose. Okay, I cannot choose. This is everything that I want in life. Like, I just love this type of fragrances. I'm just thinking how gourmands used to be like 5 years ago, where would consider La Vie Belle a gourmand, or would consider like those type, like just sweet fragrances, like floral sweet fragrances, would consider them a gourmand. And right now, how realistic they became. Moving on. What do I have? I got a sample. Okay, I do have a video where I'm gonna review again lots of samples for new releases. I'm planning to film that today after this video. And I also have lots of designers, like new releases, because I didn't smell any designers in a long time. Anyway, I got a sample of this fragrance and I felt in love. And then I placed an order, and then I kind of placed an order for another one, which was a blind buy. We're gonna start with the one that I smelled before, okay? This one is Dolce Triso from Acca Kappa. Remember when I said that one, that Montserrat Amor de Café Amor, I cannot remember. The one I said that smells like Maison Mataha Escape Gourmand, which is amazing. It is vanilla creme brulee, but with some coffee on top. I didn't buy that one, and I'm super, I have Escape Gourmand, but I didn't buy the one from Montserrat. So happy I didn't, because this is even better. Dolce Triso has whipped cream, vanilla flower, coffee, cacao, tiramisu, Tahitian vanilla. The opening, God, it's Escape Gourmand. Okay, that creme brulee with tiramisu. You do not understand how sweet and delicious this one is. I was in between this one and another one. I still want the other one. I'm going to review the sample in another video, like I said. But I sprayed my shirt, and the whole day I could smell something delicious. And it was this one. In the dry down, it's not as much tiramisu anymore. It's more coffee. But again, you're getting that Escape Gourmand, okay? That super sweet, delicious creme brulee with coffee. Still sweet coffee, with coffee, and the coffee is quite strong. But the opening, the first like 10 minutes, the tiramisu note, it's unbelievable good. Basically, this is that Amore Cafe, I think it's Amore Cafe, I can't remember the name, the one from Serra. Is that fragrance, but with tiramisu in the opening. It's delicious. It's incredible. I love it. Super happy with this one. And the next one, I remembered after I like got my bottle that someone actually in the comment section mentioned this perfume, and I checked it out on Fragrantica. But yeah, I looked at the notes. They sounded amazing. It was a good thing that when these two fragrances arrived, they arrived with a sample of each. So I was able to test the sample before I actually opened, you know, the box, and I got the bottle out. This one is Vaniglia Fior di Mandorlo. Another vanilla. I know. What in the world is wrong with me? Another vanilla. I have like 70. Anyway. I love it. I love it. And it's different. This one has jasmine, bergamot, vanilla, almond blossom, tonka bean, sandalwood. It starts... It's kind of like a bergamoty vanilla, like a citrusy vanilla. And it has this almond thingy going on, but it's not full on almond. So almond blossom makes sense. When it starts to dry down, it's definitely getting thicker. You start to get a bit more almond. You start to get some tonka bean. The opening is quite bright. So when I tasted the sample and I smelled the opening, I was like, not really sure. It's not as thick. It's not as gourmand. And then I smelled it again in 30 minutes. I was like, actually, now I'm at that stage where I really like the opening as well. I love the dry down. It kind of feels like, I don't know, like a vanilla lemony cake with some almond. Yeah. But it's not super cakey. Like, it's still a fragrance. It's not that gourmand, okay? Like the ones I mentioned before. It's still a fragrance. It's good. I really like it. What can I say? I really like it. This one is Luscious, and it's a pistachio perfume. People are comparing it to Chiali, Young Pistachio, to Cair Pistachio. Obviously, I have both. I was like, why in the world would I need another one? But I was like, let me just try it. This is, remember when I said, Cair Pistachio from Paris Corner is like Young Pistachio Gelato from Chiali, but with a bit more pistachio. It's not as floral as Young Pistachio Gelato. Yes. Lashious Pistachio has pistachio, bergamot, saffron, cardamom, peanut, vanilla. It's very similar to Cair Pistachio, but it's a bit nuttier. It's more pistachio, and you're getting something else, like something even like those peanuts, I believe, because it's definitely more. It's nuttier. It's definitely nuttier, especially now when it starts slightly to dry down. Yeah. It's even more gourmand than Cair Pistachio. Which one I prefer? I don't know. Definitely I prefer those two over the one from Chiali. But I feel like this one is more like summer day. This one is summer evening. Or with this one being a bit nuttier. You can wear it like all year round. I do like the bottle. I don't mind the bottle. Not sure about this like fake diamonds in here and in here. But the bottle is nice. Okay, the bottle is decent. It's nice. But the fragrance, I really like it. I'm not complaining. Do you need both? Probably not. But hey, it's me, so why not? And the last one, the Liquid Brun. I saw on Instagram, like they were advertising this one, and then when I went to like the official link, it was like $100 and something. I was like, what? I found this one for, I don't know, 35, 39 pounds, something like that, here in the UK. This is quite plasticky, but again, it's a Middle Eastern fragrance. I kind of much more prefer this bottle. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's cute. I feel it's nice. and it matches the fragrance. This is supposed to be a dupe of like the newest fragrance from Parfum de Marly, the masculine one. Everyone loves it, especially Demi. Like Demi loves that one. I tested once in Selfridges and I didn't particularly like it that much, so I didn't like smell it again. I cannot tell you if it smells exactly like that fragrance. People on Fragrantica are saying that it smells exactly like that fragrance, but I do really like it. Like, I do really like it. This one has cinnamon, cardamom, bourbon vanilla, LME, praline, gaiac. It's definitely, I don't know, like again, is this boozy, delicious, like boozy, I don't know, woody fragrance. It smells good and is very strong. Let me spray it on my hand. When you first spray it, I know I'm getting a bit of like an alcohol smell. It's the only one that has that, but just a tiny bit, and then it is getting into this, yeah, like resin, like LME, vanilla, praline, a bit boozy, a bit woody, unisex, maybe leaning slightly masculine, but definitely unisex fragrance. This one is definitely not a full-on gourmand because it's quite unisex, okay? Again, I need to test again that fragrance from Parfum de Marly. I feel like I do have something on my chin. Anyway, it was really bothering me. It's people are saying that it's very similar. I cannot remember how that one smells like, but I like this one. Like, I really like it, especially for fall and winter. It's not the moment, it's not the time for it, but I do really like it, so I'm happy that I bought it. I'm really happy that I bought it. Okay, again, not full on gourmand, definitely unisex, maybe slightly masculine, but gourmand for that type of scent, you know. So, conclusion. What do I like the most from here? Fantastic, amazing. Oris, 22 Oris, my new favorite Oris I received perfume. Absolutely incredible. You do not understand my obsession with this fragrance. You do not understand, okay? Amazing. You're very nice as well, but you're absolutely amazing. Yeah, very successful haul. And I need a bottle of, where did I put the sample? Here. What's the name? Coco, Isla Coco? Yes, 14 Isla Coco. And the sample, a full bottle, because it's amazing. I do have more fragrances. I still don't know what I'm gonna do with them, because there are a few that I don't necessarily like. It's not like I completely hate them, but I'm probably not gonna feature them in a future video, because, you know, I work with brands, and sometimes things work and sometimes things don't work for me. Not everything is gonna work for me, so probably I'm don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'm not gonna feature them. I don't think I'm gonna feature them, because if I don't love it, I'm not featuring it. That's my motto. That's what I stand for. No, I'm not gonna feature them. But the ones I got in here, freaking incredible. Honestly, super happy with everything that I got. But yeah, enough talking. That was it for today. If you like this video, obviously don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, all of that. Let me know in the comments down below if you tested any of these fragrances. I'm really curious. I'm really curious to hear your opinion on the Ledda fragrances, because for me, they're very high quality. Like, they're very high quality. I'm really curious if you tested this or this, okay? But yeah, enough talking. That's enough. That was it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and like always, I'm gonna see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.